Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary and this is where we embrace the mess, the stress, and all the rest with love and laughter and our very best. Whew! Alright, what am I feeling today? I'm feeling kind of poopy. It's been crazy this past month. It's been go, go, go. We were moving and then we're doing renovations. And I've been living off of takeout for like a good month and a half. And I haven't really been able to settle down in this new chapter of my life. But we're here. We're in the present moment. And I've been rotting on my phone all day, really all week. And I'm not proud of it, but sometimes you just gotta rot for a little bit. And I bring this up because I know that when we do stuff like that or we distract ourselves from our feelings, all the more to really slow down and be with what's here right now. And so I ask myself, what am I trying to avoid at the moment? I have been isolating myself, but sometimes you need it. With everything going on in the world right now, I just don't need any more noise, and I'm sure you can agree. So I'm gonna try and fill your consciousness by watching this video with good stuff rather than more noise and more garbage. The intention of today's video is really to discuss the experience of always feeling like we're shedding, like we're dying to ourselves over and over and over again. You know, you settle into a new chapter and then it flips upside down and the rug gets swept right under you. And then you are put in this new life, in this new reality. And maybe you've had some time to grieve your old life. Sometimes we don't get that chance, and it often results to a little bit of a lethargic phase, maybe a little bit of depression, loneliness, sadness, anxiety, whatever. Sometimes it's also beautiful because you're excited, but my experience this time around, and just being brutally honest and exposing my shame and my feelings just so I know it no longer has power over me. The thoughts that my ego is really putting a lot of focus on, and asking myself, like, how can I shift from fear to love over and over and over again? Honestly, I am just tired. I'm exhausted. And if this is you, if you feel like you're always changing time and time again, and it feels kind of isolating and lonely because you feel like no one can really understand the complexity and the different layers that you have to go through in these transitions, you're in the right spot. You're not alone, because I'm literally going through the same thing and I never quite understood it. I've always tried to avoid it, but I knew inevitably life just keeps going, especially when you're on a path of trying to evolve your consciousness and being on the spiritual journey or being on the personal development journey where you're always wanting to grow and you have a personal connection to the divine or to God or to life, whatever you call it. Most of the time, all you can really do in these times of uncertainty is to surrender. And surrender does not mean being passive and doing nothing and being a couch potato all day and like giving up. Oftentimes when we hear surrender, it's just like, okay, like I can't do anymore. But what surrender actually means, at least for me, is true attentive listening to life, to God, on what the next step might be or what I have to be with right now. Sometimes we have to meet ourselves with what we're feeling, what we're going through in the present moment right now without having to jump into conclusions or having these anxious thoughts because you want to get things done. And every time ego feels anxious or fearful, I try to cultivate the opposite. And so when I feel like life is really moving fast, which is what I feel usually every summer, but more so right now because I'm going through so many fast transitions, all the more to cultivate slowness, gentleness. I always often see myself trying to rush through things, but then I ask myself, like, why are you rushing to die? Again, over and over again. Why are you rushing to die, Mary? It's okay, you're gonna get it done, but you're missing life. The beauty is cultivating the awareness of love no matter what's going on in your physical reality, maintaining in that peace and that equilibrium, whatever you do to get there, no matter how crazy ego judges life to be. And so, yeah, I'm only human. I distract myself. I set very ambitious goals, and I feel bad when I don't achieve them by the time that I think I should achieve them. And that's okay. I can look at that part of myself who just wants to try hard and feel purposeful and feel valued with love, and let her know that you're worthy regardless of your achievements. You're worthy regardless of what you do, because who you are is beyond all labels, beyond all roles. You're a sister, you're a daughter, you're a wife, you're a worker, whoever you think you are in the world, or how you perceive yourself to be, or how others perceive of you, you're so much more than that. You existed before your name. You existed before you did anything in this life. And so what does that make you? Worthy before, not after. I don't know if this is landing, but I trust that it will land to the right ears. And I hope it gives you some kind of encouragement that we have these seasons in our life where we need to isolate ourselves for a little bit. You need to be in your own space without anybody else's influence so that you can come back to peace. You can come back to your truth, whatever that means for you, and cultivate some silence in a world full of noise. With that idea of cultivating the opposite, every time I think about my next social interaction, I get social anxiety because I feel like sometimes I don't know how to be with people. And it's not that I can't make friends. It's very easy for me to make friends, but I feel like the level of depth that I need from others to be reciprocated back to me sometimes is not met. And so it makes me kind of like push back a little bit, or only show a little bit of who I am, just to test the waters. And that's just me. That's just how I operate. And maybe you're a little bit different. But now that I'm getting older, I'm really wanting those deep, nurturing friendships. And there's a season for it. I have a handful of best friends that I know I can count on, that I know I can grow with. But even with them, sometimes you just need the space. So I feel like I'm coming out of that stage where, okay, I think I'm ready to slowly interact again, because we're wired for connection and we need connection. And yes, we do need to be alone, but we can't be like that forever. We learn through relationships. We learn through other people. We learn from doing things. And I can't learn as much if I'm just being at home and feeling safe in my own comfort. That's good too, but anything overdone or anything to the extreme is not good. And so I guess this is just a video to remind you that you deserve grace, and it's okay to have bad days. It's okay to have neutral days. It's okay to have days where nothing exciting is going on, and maybe you feel the anxieties of the world and you're having other deep feelings and you're just getting by, and you feel like it's a lot of pressure because you want to connect with others, but then also you want to tend to yourself. It's a lot. And as much as anyone can say that you're not being directly impacted by what's going on in the world, energetically, emotionally, and mentally, you feel it. Because we're all in this together, and the collective consciousness also affects you. So I guess doing just your due diligence of taking care of yourself and being of service to the world, to others, and sprinkling love and joy anywhere you can, from a smile to a donation, or buying someone coffee, or seeing a friend and just catching up with them. Whatever it is, it can be simple. It doesn't have to be grand. But when you do acts of love and when you embody love, those are the moments that really impact others, and it creates the ripple effect in really changing the world, because it all starts with you. I don't really know what I'm rambling about, honestly. Sometimes I just need to turn on this video and let you know what's up. Like, this is real life. It's not always beautiful. I'm in this beautiful new space now, and I can recognize and understand that no matter where I am, whether I'm at a beach in Fiji, or on a vacation, or at home, or in the middle of this mess from moving and renovating, I can choose whether to be at peace or not. And that comes with saying, if you do have a connection with the divine. I always have this mantra that I repeat to myself anytime I feel alone, or if I feel like I'm having an existential crisis, which feels like an every week thing right now. I put my hand on my heart and I close my eyes and I just repeat, God is here. You are love. I rest in God. I rest in life. Life is always on my side. And I don't know. My favorite prayer, I don't know. I don't know what's next. I don't know what's to come. I don't know what my life will look like or why I'm here in this moment talking to you. But what I do know is that I trust in divine guidance and I trust in taking aligned action. And I don't have to look that far to know the kind of impact that I make, because it starts with embodying it and then sharing it to the world. And I trust that the love that I share and the love that I am is enough. And I need you to believe that for yourself. I'm not special. Nobody's special. We're all in this together. We're all equal. We're all equal. We are all loved. We are all divinely supported. And if you don't feel that way, maybe it's time to be brutally honest with yourself and ask, why don't I feel supported? Why don't I feel worthy? Why do I feel like I am confused about who I am, like often? Maybe it's time to put your awareness and fix your eyes on something that is lasting rather than transient gratification and distractions that give you a dose of excitement but then doesn't last and then makes you end up feeling depressed right after. And so it's just all this human dilemma, human condition that we all have to process. But again, the reminder that we're doing it together. You're not alone in this. And let this video be a reclamation, an empowering reminder that if you are someone who feels deeply, whether that is sadness, anger, or grief, that is also such a beautiful gift, because you can also feel the greatest depths of the opposite, deeper levels of love and freedom and joy and peace. All of that is available to you. So maybe we need to think less and feel more and see that feeling is a beautiful thing. And it's okay if you don't know who you are today. It's okay if you don't know who you'll be tomorrow. The labels that you identify with, most often than not, are inconsistent. But who you are before all those labels, like I said, is love. Whew. So take a walk, write on that journal, vent, scream, do what you gotta do to let all of that stagnant energy go. I love to move, I love to dance, I love to sing. Whatever it is, clear yourself, empty yourself from all of these thoughts that are untrue, and make the intention to be a clear vessel, a clear channel of unconditional love, of love to be expressed through you. And this really is effortless once you go past all of the feeling your feelings to heal, because it's who you are, and to be who you are is effortless. To be who you're not takes a lot of work, and we can assess when we are trying to be who we're not, because it takes a lot of energy. It's draining, it's confusing, it's not consistent. And so I trust that this message in this video will reach the right ears, and I thank you so much for being here, for being in my presence, and for being the love that you are, and for supporting this channel. And I just thank you for having an open heart and an open mind, that there's always a better way to approach life, and that you deserve the absolute best. Whether you believe it or don't believe it right now, it is a process and a progression and an evolution, and I acknowledge and honor your openness and your willingness, because that's how you first begin to change. You have to be willing to say yes. You have to be willing to say, I don't know, but maybe there's something greater out there that knows for me, and maybe I can surrender and trust that. Whew. Have a beautiful day, friends. Namaste.